Alright, The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. Despite being the sixth game in the Legend of Heroes franchise, it spawned its own franchise, and I don't even know where to begin with this game. It's been 2 or so years since I've played it. I've since played every game in the series, and I look back on this game as one of my favorite games. It has its issues, and I'll bring them up when I get to them. But, well, let's just start, I guess. Difficulty, alright. So, this game's battle system isn't great. It feels it's often a little stat checky. And difficulty largely depends on if you know how to break the game to combat-wise, and if you know, or if you have just the time to grind. And, I don't like this game's battle system that much, and I'll get to its issues when we get there, but for that reason, we will be playing on normal. Get used to this song, you'll be hearing it a lot. I should say from the outset that I will not be voice acting anything. I'll just be reading along with you guys, and well, I guess I'll talk about the story once it happens, but I will do my best not to spoil events from the later games, because I fully intend on playing every game. Something I'll emphasize a lot in this game is how absolutely amazing the music is. And even for a first song, this one's pretty good. Prepare yourself for the best quote from any game. This is true. There is no quote better than this one. You ready? Why is my present a boy? Quality writing. I mean, he's still. I love how Stella's like, my dad brought me a dead boy. I'm in tears already. It's kind of dead if you ask me. Illegitimate. The answer is Charizard. Yep. I love Estelle. Yeah, you know the meme font where you put a space in between every letter? Estelle did it first, guys. I'm gonna let this play because I actually really love this song. I'm just gonna mute my mic. I love this. This song's great. And there we are. Sorry about that. Whereabouts of Light, you hear a lot in this game. There's a lot of remixes of it, but it's still one of my favorite tracks. Speaking of one of my favorite tracks, I love this one as well. I forget the name of this song. I think it's Let's Be Lively, but it's not relevant. It's a great song. Cassie's portrait is so clean. Look at him. I love Cassius. Papa is sad. This song is so good. Sadly, you only hear it in Estelle Bright's house, or the Bright family home, which is, I don't know. Oh, liberal news. Alright, so the liberal news... Normally I skip it, because I know what's going on, but for the sake of this playthrough, I might actually buy it and read through it. Just to check it out, you know? Alright, so we finally get movement. Well. Yeah, these are our character portraits. The fact that this game is from 2004 really shows. Like, look how big those eyes are. This is a 90s anime style. And honestly, I don't know if I like it, but fuck it. The game itself is really good otherwise. Equipment is nothing special. There's basically just equip better swords when you get them, equip better armor when you get it, equip better boots when you get them, and equip status immune accessories whenever possible, depending on the fight. We'll skip Ornament for now, because this Ornament tab is where the entire game comes from. Items are items. You get a map of the Libero Kingdom. You can kind of ignore the Erebonian Empire and the Republic of Calvard down here. We will not be going to Erebonia or Calvard in this game. We will, however, or basically this is our entire world for the sake of this game. We start here in the Bright Family House, over in the Roland region. And there are 5 regions of Libero, and we'll go to all 5 of them. It's a pretty cool place. Tactics, not really relevant. It's a grid-based combat system, but you'll see that. We'll keep a cell in the lead. Option, files. Yeah, I have some saves here, but I think we're just going to use page 7 for the sake of this playthrough. A father's love, a new beginning. I don't know why we started level 3, but whatever. Alright, the Ornament! Oh god, the Ornament menu. We'll get to that. You can rotate the camera with a mouse wheel. It might get a little nauseating, so I'll just constantly keep it pointing north unless the camera won't let me. I think we've listened to the song enough. This is just a generic route theme, and it's pretty good. Oh, they also have made-up distances. I don't know why. I love that song. But each city's got its own musical song, or like theme that goes with it. This is Roland's theme. Roland's pretty cool. Any options I can change? What is transparency? Whoa! Did I see that right? Oh, sick! That's actually really helpful. I've never seen that option before. Isn't there also a speed up button, like Alt or something? Oh, there is. It doesn't even speed up the music. Alright. I will not be using the speed up button, but this is very helpful, and I'll probably use it when I need to grind. Alright, so we're gonna head into the Bracer Roland branch of the Bracer Guild. Words, heart. Hey Anna, what's up? Sherazard's a little weird, but I like her. Something I'll say about this game that I really like compared to like a Tales game is that there's a lot of banter between the characters. They constantly make fun of each other. It's not done in a realistic manner, Like, I don't know if Estelle and Joshua back at the Bright House talking about, oh, a girl wouldn't like a boy who just sits around reading and playing harmonica. Like, I don't know if that's really quite something that... I don't know if that conversation's realistic, but I like the place it's coming from. I do love the banter in this game. Tails could really learn from that. Symphony is the only one that's come remotely close. He just goes on and on. Eventually, probably. I forgot about this line. You know, since I know what actually happens in this game, I probably should have looked at those cards to see if I could find, like, is the game subtly foreshadowing, like, the final chapters? Because how cool would that be? It's something that you could only catch on a second playthrough, but... Oh, yeah, I probably should have read them. Alright. I hope you're ready for info dumps. See, I love this game, but, it's not perfect. There's a lot of exposition in the opening chapter, so we're just gonna get through it as quickly as possible. Or Mintz, I think I'll let her describe them. Alright. Orments. Orments are like this world's electricity. They are lights, they are AC units, they run airships, they're in guns, they're in tanks, and all of it happened over the span of 50 years. So the moment Orments were discovered, the world advanced from, like, Dark Ages to relatively close to modern times, all over the span of less than a century. It's really, really fascinating subject, and I kind of wish the games had started around the time Orments were invented, because I know a lot of shit went down, and we don't get to see it. Yeah, the Orbital Revolution. I forgot it's called that. Yeah, the Liberal Kingdom's pretty cool. Something you learn about Liberal by playing the other games in the series is that Liberal is super technologically advanced. So, or at least in compared to Erebonia. Maybe not so much Crossspell, but Crossspell doesn't really exist in this game yet, so... Oh, another thing, Liberal's really small. Like, if you look at Erebonia and Liberal on one of the few maps in this world available, like, Liberal is tiny. So, shown by the fact that we're going to go across the entire country by the end of this game. This quote that Shara has right here is very, telling. Oh, I forgot that she explained it. Can I speed up text? Hitting the speed up button does not speed up text. Not that I'd want to, but I was wondering. Racer notebook. Alright. This will be our source of information, like our bestiary, our hey, this is what you need to do next sort of notebook. They talk about how you have to write in it and shit, but this is not Etrian Odyssey. Everything's written in it automatically for the player. I love the deferring reactions here. Nothing. These are just how you do side quests. These appear, you click them, it tells you what to do, and then you go do them. Searching beneath Roland and bringing back the contents of a chest. Huh? There's a typo. This game got edited by professionals. And there's a fucking typo. That's awesome! Is that so? It's just a random capital H in there. I love it. Alright, there's gonna be a lot of confusion in this part, and I don't know how to adequately explain it because the game tries, but I don't think it does a good job. Or it tells you everything that you technically need to know, but for it to really click, you just gotta play the game. Arts are spells, and due to, balance issues, shall we say, they will be our main source of DPS. Alright, ornaments. We've already gone over ornaments, actually. Yeah, battle ornaments are fun. They're like pocket watches that kill people. Yeah, they do differ for each owner, but unfortunately, they're not in a good way. If you have a certain type of ornament, you're really bad. If you have a certain type of ornament, you're really good. Estelle has a fairly average to bad ornament, whereas Joshua's is, like, I think second possible best. Out of the 8 playables in this game, only 2 have the best ornament, or the best possible ornament setup. Yeah, what he says is true. It just makes no sense if you don't know what's going on. EP is our magic, and whenever we increase an ornament slot, we get, or it's our MP, our mana, and whenever we open a slot, it goes up. I will confuse time and space all the time, but I think I'm just now getting good at it. I remember Earth, Water, Fire, Wind, Time, Space, and Mirage. Sepith is also our source of money. Monsters don't drop money, they drop Sepith. And you can exchange Sepith for money, or you can use it to create quartz, and put said quartz into your ornament. So Sepith is very much in demand, because you need it for quartz, but you also need it for money and consumables and potions and shit, so yeah, money grinding is a huge part of it. Or not money grinding, but money conservation is a huge part of this game, and doing side quests for said money. That's all for this info dump. Yeah, she's right that Estelle has no quartz restrictions, so she can do whatever you want her to. But Joshua has, I think, 2 slots where he has to put in a time quartz. Time quartz are generally medium damage, high speed stats. So he's our Fire Emblem Myrmidon, shall we say. Except unlike Myrmidons, Joshua is good. Oh, right, we talked to Freddy. Hey, Freddy, what's up? Alright, these are slots. Yeah, this is Estelle's ornament. She has 4 yellow and 3 blue. Or 4 orange. I don't know what color this is. But she has a 3 and a 2, and it's not great. The ideal setup is all 1 color. But, nah, we don't have that. She's got 1 slot open, but I can't open another slot with the Sepith I have. Joshua has 5 of 1 color, and then 1 blue, so Joshua's a bit better, but he does have 2 time quartz only slots. These are the quartz we have open to us. Note that they all cost 20 of their respective Sepith. We're just gonna craft 1 of each. The action one goes on Joshua, and even though we have all this quartz, we don't actually have the slots to equip it, since each character can only equip 1 right now. So we're gonna give action to Joshua, and, well, you'll see. Oh yeah, we have to equip it. This is where the ornament menu comes in. Time quartz only. He's going to get the action. Alright, there's 2 things that I need to explain here. The game will try to explain it, and up until now it's done fine, but right about now is when it starts doing a shit job. So, Joshua's gonna get the action quartz, Estelle's gonna get the HP. The reason why Estelle gets the HP is because water arts are healing arts. Like, if you go defense, you just get Stone Hammer and Earth Art. Attack gives you Firebolt, which is a fire art, and Evade gives you Airstrike, which is a wind art. Wind arts are particularly strong, but not yet, we'll get back to those. Water gives you Aqua Bleed, a water art, and a heal in tier. And, yeah. in this game, water arts are the only arts that heal, so you have to have a water user on you at all times. So, for this part of the game, Estelle will be our heal bot. The last thing to note is that bar at the top right. The fuck does it mean? Everything in this line, alright, each quartz has an elemental value. Look at this HP1 quartz. It has a water value of 1. If everything in a line, so like line A for Estelle would be this one, this one, this one, this lot, these 4 slots, and line B would be these 3 slots because the central quartz acts as a hub for all lines. If the elemental values reach certain thresholds, you get the ability to use arts, and all of those arts are found in here. Like, this is all the DPS arts. Like, if all of your... You can't see me pointing at the screen, what the hell am I doing? If all of your quartz in these 4 slots add up to a water elemental value of 5, you will get the ability to use the blue impact art. If all of them... If you have, say, 6 water elemental value and 2 time... Or no, that's space, fuck. And 2 space elemental value, then you will gain the ability to use Tyr, Tira, Tyrol, Latir, Latira, Aqua Bleed, and Blue Impact. And then you'll get Diamond Dust if you throw 2 wind in there as well. It's a little confusing at first, but it's really not that hard once you know what's going on. The Mercy Notebooks tell you exactly what art does what. Or not what art does what, but how to get every art in the game. There's no real discovery as far as hidden arts are concerned. But creating builds is fun. Alright, note that our base EP is 50. We don't actually have enough Sepith to open a slot for 2 people. There's no real reason to open a slot for one person over the other. I'm gonna open it for Joshua. Well, no. I'm gonna open it for Estelle, because I want her max EP to go up, because she's gonna be the heal bot. And now that she has this extra slot, I can throw in, fuck. Oh no. Fade. Note that quartz also increase stats. This is mostly irrelevant, because, like, attack 1 plus 5 strength, like, 5% strength is almost nothing, so we don't really care. Once you get into the later ones, like attack 3, it starts becoming like 15%, and then it starts mattering, but you can't stack them, so Estelle can't have an entire thing of attack 3s. So even then, it doesn't really matter. It's way more about the elemental values, or the EVs, if to borrow Pokemon terminology, that the quartz has. EVs are way more important than the stats, in 99% of cases. In later games, like Trails of Cold Steel, evade quartz in particular become really nice, but we'll get back to that. Yeah, this is the fun part. Same, Shara, same. He's so polite. I love Joshua. Charizard. I thank you and your divine grace for bestowing upon us such wonderful gifts as sewers. Yeah, shut up. Tear bombs are potions. They literally just cast the spell tear on the target. It's nice to have, I guess. Monster Guide is our bestiary. I lied. The bestiary is not in the Bracer notebook. Is that Sun Tzu? Why is he quoting Sun Tzu? Let's. I do not like the dungeon theme, but that's all for now. We've been playing for 42 minutes, apparently. Though I don't think it's... Is it that high? Well, I guess we'll find out. Alright. That's all, folks.